Okay, hello Pisces. Oh, immediate issues, so I'll have to tack this down. Because I can't be bumping into that repetitiously. We're going to do things a little differently this time than in the other readings for the other signs that came previously. Athena, how many shuffles? 3. Instead of doing essentially 2 readings in one, I am simply going to do a Neon Moon Tarot reading as intended for the entire month. I will be channeling Athena for this reading, and she instructs me on how to draw the cards, shuffle the cards, and so forth. This is a general reading, so please remember to keep what resonates and leave the rest behind. This is for the month of November, and if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And links to this deck will be down in the description. Am I drawing from the top at the end? So, okay, so that is right. 1, 2, 3, 4. After the 4th one, I'm told to stop. Skip 2. Will do. 5, 6, 7. Let's get when she stops. Okay. 8, 9, and 10, she says. So these are the cards for your reading for this month. That's what I'm forgetting to say. If I do decide to do any clarifications, I will be using Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, and that's mostly just because I'm accustomed to using it for clarifications. So let's get right into it here. What energy will be waxing during this month? We have 9 of Vials in the reverse. If you're wondering why this reading looks different from the other ones offered for other signs, I've come to realize that no one wants to sit around for a 30 to 40 minute reading, and we're just going to try and break them up and do this deck as intended, and that'll just be a little bit more straightforward. And I don't see anyone else doing Neon Moon Tarot on YouTube, so this may be a bit of an individualistic free offering. Neon Moon Tarot is more of a steampunk kind of deck. If you don't know what that means, then you might want to look up one of the many videos on Neon Moon Tarot. Some of them, or at least one of them I noticed, touches on the difference between this deck and other decks. This layout is meant to mirror the phases of the moon through the month. So we have, as I said, 9 of Vials in the reverse. So waxing in on you this month is greed, self-indulgence, smugness, or materialism. Smugness and greed standing out more here. Standing out again is in the phrase that says, you don't want to cross me now, do you? Yes, so someone's going to come... someone's going to come up with either a forked tongue or a big stick, but they're not walking silently, moving quietly with that big stick, so interesting. And it says, my sting's not nearly as sweet as my good side. Also, if you see me playing with this is a piece of Dalmatian moonstone, and this is, along with the small idol, helping me channel Athena. More so of the dark side here, more so of a balanced nature here, but to be frank, I could probably do it without either one of these. It's just this makes it easier to convey what she's saying to me in terms of in English, instead of just in the form of zeros and ones in my brain. Well, okay, so someone's coming in with a message or an offer or some sort of sass. And let's see. I get the feeling we might see that here. Do we have any pages? Maybe. And that would be passive rejection. Yeah, so we might see something here with the Agent of Flyers. Okay. As to who this person might be. So 2. What energy will be waning during this month? We have 7 of Zent, which is traditionally 7 of Pentacles. If I'm not mistaken, in this deck, Zunt has a lot to do with the ability to use this new neon moon that has come about for magic to an extent. So it's in the upright. So waning this month is investment, profit, and simple pleasure is what comes forth. Mostly investment and profit. So this might have been a person you invested in and you expected a profit from. See, that's what Athena says. You expected to profit from some sort of something, either an endeavor or a person. Okay. But coming in is probably some sort of culmination she's showing me. Get a more balanced version of that. Either it's a plan, premise, offer, but it's going to be laden with their opinion. I'm sensing is the issue. This is very much someone coming in to speak about something that you had expectations of with their opinion. What can this energy bring to me? During the month of November, we have 6 of Zunt. Can bring recovery and refuge. So, refuge, It brings you recovery. So maybe it said a little bit about sharing. For some of you, it states not that many though. So for a select few, this could at least result in an instance where you could share something with this. And it doesn't seem though, with the 9 of Vials in the reverse, that this is like I said, forked tongue. I just see someone with a forked tongue. And it just sort of tells me that it's not going to the direction or to the expectation that you might have hoped. Okay, but see, within the phrase underneath it says that they're giving unto those who are half starved, but then it's coming from a worker warehouse that has surplus. So it sounds like it's recovering. If it's a recovery or you're sharing something, it's based on your surplus. There's the one. Thank you, Athena. So, okay, for those select few, it's coming of a surplus you've created, probably within those expectations, but again, beware of this forked tongue. And for the rest of you, not recovery, refuge. But refuge from this circumstance leading to a recovery is what this means. Okay. So that makes a bit more sense then. 4, what can this energy take from me? We got the moon. For your neon moon reading, you have moon. But again, it's the energy being taken from you. So let's see. Being taken from you. Okay, being taken is illusion and anxiety. Guidance and subconscious also mentioned here, but those don't stand out at all. So you're going to be having taken from you a sense of illusion, probably attributed to those expectations, and anxiety. Certainly not. I think I'm not missing anything here. Nope, that's the one. Okay, so that's it. That's all from the moon. 5. What can this energy bring to my environment? 8 of Vials, so 8 of Cups. Oop, missed it. There we go. This energy can bring to your environment. Upright, right there. Disappointment, reevaluation, and withdrawal. Yeah, withdrawal. Okay, I'm getting here that the individuals who are working of their surplus, so they may come with their forked tongue, you may give of this surplus and then withdraw back into yourself, into a hermitous state. And therefore, instead of dealing with their forked tongue directly, you may be deciding in those specific instances of that experience, if that is resonating with you, your way to tell them no is you're going to withdraw. And it's very likely that things will get difficult, obviously, at that point, because that's not what they're, again, expecting, thus the forked tongue. Which, to be more clear, by forked tongue I mean they're telling you one thing, there's a hidden meaning to it, their intentions are entirely another thing. But to remind you, also with forked tongue, and that's in the instance of those who are of this few. Of the more, they could just be telling you something you don't want to hear. If it's not resonating that you have a surplus, they're just telling you something that you are not expecting, and don't match your not expectations, but objective hopes and being told. That's the one. Okay, so for the greater majority, there's an objective that you're looking to reach within this circumstance, and they're saying something different than they initially did. But again, for the few who are working off surplus, they're almost outright lying to you by saying one thing and maybe not necessarily doing another, but not doing what they say to the extent possible. So you're likely to choose to give up the surplus only because of that. So we were on bringing to your environment the Eight of Wands. Yes. So for those of you not withdrawing after utilization of the surplus, we're looking at disappointment and reevaluation. Reevaluation really standing out. Okay, but I'm immediately seeing that it's a reevaluation of the person, not of the circumstances. So let's keep this moving forward into 6. What can this energy take from my environment? Because I think with the Emperor in the reverse, we're going to see something. Domination and rigidity. Domination pretty much just sticks out there. So this person wanted to be dominating in your environment, and potentially speaking, they either aren't going to be now. That might be, they may not be the authority figure you were hoping, so to speak, therefore, but also they may be coming in with a different kind of domineering attitude rather than being a guiding force, more of a demanding force, thus, again, the forked tongue. And this is likely, therefore, the greater majority will be of that experience wherein you find them to be domineering rather than a guiding force, and you, from the sound of things, are going to have to placate them emotionally to the best extent possible. But it doesn't, for me, feel... No, they'll expect you to placate them. Okay. They expect you to placate their expectations, and therein there may be a bit of ghosting. Is this an advisement not to ghost? Not necessarily. Okay, so you may even need to just outright ghost this person. Keep it moving on to the next circumstance, because they're not going to listen. So don't give them something to listen to if that is the experience, is what I'm being told. Don't waste your energy on those who seek only to use it instead of utilize. Because to utilize is to kind of work together, as we're to use is where this person is coming from, where you might be thrown away like scrap metal at the end, so to speak. What to passively embrace this month? 2 of Cups, or 2 of Vials here. Let's see. Passively embrace partnership, romance, don't stick out, respect, and relationship. So you may see other relationships coming in, but it really says quietly respect yourself. Respect yourself. Alright, that's nice. 8, and that applies to everyone here. That one didn't, that's not exclusive to anybody. Respect yourself, like everybody. What to passively reject during this month? We have the Agent of Wires. Right, so I feel like, since we're talking about it, and I'm feeling it, that this is this person and them being rejected, so to speak, or their plan or premise being rejected. No. Agent of Wires, Knight. Yeah, so they come in acting like a knight, but forked tongue, they aren't. Make sure. Passively reject this sense of adventure or passion or action. So very quietly, just, again, if you have to ghost, so be it, but very quietly. No, not. How about we don't do that? Potentially even ever is. No, for some it's saying there could be an instance where they check themselves. So, but it does feel like it's more than a month away. This could be something that, if it does come back around for you, won't until next year. We have the Fool and the Upright for what to actively embrace this month. Beginnings, adventure, and possibility all coming out equally. So there's some possibility of a new beginning coming in this month, potentially with this person, but more than often I'm feeling like, 4 out of 5, maybe even worse for the sake of these individuals. They're going to kind of be left behind for something new that's coming. 5 of Wires for what to actively reject. We'll close this out. 5 of Wires. Actively reject competition, strife, and disagreement. Conflict is here too, but conflict doesn't. So there's going to be a disagreement. They're going to bring strife. And there's some sort of competition in the midst. So just, if you're feeling any of those things, actively go, I'm not doing that. That's not going to happen. That's not who, I'm not that kind of person. Yeah, you got me. You got me messed up on that one, says Athena. Yeah. So, it may sound difficult to do so, but be remembering within yourself more so on this one to keep it happy, healthy, and real. Because really, none of this, none of that. And with that, namaste, Pisces.